Okay guys, so for my last card trick video, I showed you all a variation on the trick called quantum theory, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the actual quantum theory trick. It is a very, very impressive trick, and this is the performance right now. So basically, on the top of the deck, I actually have 4 queens, and this trick is totally impromptu, so you could start by giving the deck to the spectator, letting them shuffle, and then you can take out the 4 queens. But just to make it quicker, I already have the 4 queens here on the top of the deck, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 queens, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and set down the 4 queens right there onto the table, and we're going to give the deck a little bit of a mix-up, just like this. So now I'm going to go through the deck to myself, and I'm going to pull out a secret prediction. Okay, so there's my secret prediction. I'm not going to let you see it in the meantime, but now I'm going to let the spectator choose any card that they want from the deck. So I can spread out the cards and they can honestly go through the deck and choose any card. So let's say they wanted to choose this card, the Jack of Diamonds. And if I had a spectator, I would honestly let them sign the card. But since I don't want to ruin my cards, I actually do have a piece of tape already signed. It says AMCT for a million card tricks. And I'm going to place it right here on the Jack. But keep in mind that this card could be signed. And now it kind of does look like the card is signed. So keep in mind this card could be totally signed, and we're going to go ahead and lose it in the center of the pack, just like this. So now over here, I have the 4 queens right over here. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show them off just a little bit more so that you get a little bit more familiar with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top queen, in this case it is the Queen of Diamonds. I'm going to set it on top of my secret prediction, and that now I'm going to take the other red queen, the Queen of Hearts, and I'm going to set it right underneath my prediction. Now, the queens, the red cards, and the black cards, they're kind of having a race right now. So we're going to see if the black cards can find the card faster than the red ones. And if I snap these cards over, you can actually see that the red cards are here because the black cards beat the red cards to the race. And they actually have found one card, but it was my secret prediction from the beginning of the trick, and it actually is your signed Jack of Diamonds. Just like that, it is the same exact signed card, and there are no duplicate Jack of Diamonds in the deck, and that is the trick, guys. So now for the tutorial. Okay guys, so if you have seen my last video, the Joker Transpo video, then this trick will actually be extremely simple for you because it's almost the exact same thing, but there are a couple of differences in the tricks. But I'm going to show you how to do the quantum theory trick right now. So all you're going to need is a normal deck, and this trick can be impromptu, but just to save time, I already have the 4 queens here on top of the deck. But if you wanted to make the trick impromptu, you could honestly take the cards out of the box, give them a shuffle, and then go through the deck face up and just look for the 4 queens and then pull them out. And when you pull them out, you're going to want to set them in order so that you have the colors separated. So you have 2 blacks on one side and 2 reds on the other. So you can either have them like this, like 2 reds and then 2 blacks, or you can have them like this, so 2 blacks and 2 reds. So either one works, but you just don't want them to be interlaced like this. You want them to be separated because then it will make the trick make more sense in the end, okay? First, you're going to pull out the 4 queens, set them in this order, and what you're going to do now is square them up, and you're just going to be counting them off. Now, when you count them off, you don't want to be like, so over here we have the Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades, and the Queen of Clubs. You don't want to do that because then the spectator is going to keep track of the order of the cards and everything like that. So all you want to really do is just say, okay, so over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 queens. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to place your pinky down so that you can just keep the cards separated when you're counting them. So you're just going to say, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and what I do is I kind of just flip the card over like this, and then I flip it back on top of the pack, and I leave it out jogged a little bit lower than the rest of the pack. So now since I have my pinky break, I can just take all the cards from the break, which are the 4 cards, and I'm going to leave this last queen out jogged as I flip over the cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb and push down on that out jogged card, and as I push it in, the cards will get lifted up, and now you're going to take all the cards above this gap and set them on the table. So now you've just set down 3 cards, and over here you have left the Queen of Clubs, in this case, on top of the deck. So now you're going to proceed to shuffle up the deck, and if you want to shuffle up the deck, just make sure you shuffle them like face down like this, because if you shuffle them face up, there is a chance you might flash the queen in the deck. So just shuffle the cards face down, and it really does not matter because the cards are going to get shuffled. So now you're going to be looking through the cards to yourself like this, so the spectators are not going to be able to see, but here's the exposed view. So you're going to be looking through the deck, and you're basically just going to be looking for the queen, and you're going to say, okay, so now I'm going to set down a secret prediction, and I'm not going to let you see it, but this is actually the queen, so, but they don't know that right now. So now you're going to shuffle up the deck just a little bit more, and then you can spread out the cards on the table and have them pick any card. So it is a completely free choice. There's no force involved. So let's say they picked the King of Spades. So we're going to go ahead and sign the King of Spades, but for now, I just also have my little piece of tape that I already used as AMCT for a million card tricks. And we're just going to go ahead and place this piece of tape right here on the card just to pretend like the card is signed. But if you guys really wanted to have the spectator sign the card, it does make the effect a little bit stronger. So you can have the spectator sign the card, but obviously you don't have to. And now here's the next move. You're going to be flipping over the card on top, and you're going to be doing a false slip cut to make it look like you lose the card, but actually it's still on the top. So how you do that is you're going to lift up half the deck with your right hand, and then with your left hand, your middle finger is going to play an important role in this move. So your middle finger right here is actually going to be sliding the bottom card of your right hand packet onto this pack, and your thumb is going to be fake sliding the top card, but it's just going to be going like this, and your middle finger is going to be doing all the work. So that's pretty much what the move is in slow motion, like that. And then you just slap the pack down, and now the card is still on top. But there is a little subtlety. If you move your hand up and then down really fast as you do the move, it really does look like you're just losing the card in the deck. And if you just do it quick and natural, it really does look like you're losing the card in the middle, but of course you already have it here on the top. So now once you have the card on top, you're gonna say, okay, so you're gonna pick up the 3 queens on the table, and you're gonna say, okay, so we have 4 queens here on the table, and you're gonna flash the bottom queen for a split second, and then you're gonna set the cards on top of the deck, and you're gonna count off 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So what you've just done is you've actually loaded the selection right underneath the 3 queens. So just like this, you're going to square up the cards. What you're going to do is you're going to split off 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to kind of move your thumbs like this to just show off the cards. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to place your thumb with your left hand on top of the second card, and then your fingers with your right hand on the bottom of the third card right over here, okay? And what you're going to be doing is just sort of taking your hands apart, and you'll notice the second card is going to go with the bottom card, and the third card is going to go with the top card, just like this. And then you're going to spread them off like this, and then move this half to the top. So move your left hand packet to the top, just like this. And then you're going to flip over the cards, and then you're going to perform an Elmsley count. So if you have not watched my last video, I actually did a pretty good explanation of the Elmsley count. So be sure to check that video out if you haven't already. But basically, you have just hidden the selection, and now you have placed the queens in the correct order to do the next move, which is a double lift. So basically, you can do one of 2 things. You can either spread off the 4 cards, and then as you square up, you can just get a break under 2 cards and then do a double lift, or you can take your thumb in the back and riffle off 1, 2 cards and then catch a break and then flip over 2 cards. So you can do either one. I'll just do the spreading one. So spread them off like this, and then square up, place your pinky in there, and get ready for a double lift. So now do a double lift and say, okay, we're going to take the first red queen, the queen of hearts in this case, and we're going to set it on top of the secret prediction. And what I've just done is set down the selection on top of the secret prediction. So now I'm going to reverse count the cards like this, and I'm going to be peeling off the top card just like this, and then I'm going to place my pinky down because I'm going to get ready to catch a break right there, and then the last card. And I'm going to get ready to do another double lift like this, and I'm going to show the next red queen over here, and it's actually a double lift. So then I'm going to say, okay, now I'm going to take the next red queen, flip the double back over, and set the top card right underneath the secret prediction. And then take your hand and just square up all the cards just like so, and leave them on the table. So now over here you have actually the 2 red queens already, but you're going to act like these are the black ones. And now you can say whatever presentation you want. I just said that the red queens and the black queens have a race to find your cards, so just like that, and you can give them a little snap like this, and you say that the black queens have beat the red queens to the race because over here we have the 2 black queens. And now what you're going to do is the move that I taught in the last video to make it look like the card on top is actually in the middle. So what you do is you're going to take the bottom card and flip it over and set it on top of the pack, and you're going to use this as misdirection to take these 2 cards, and you're going to slide them over with your thumb and your fingers over here. So you're going to slide the cards over just like this and switch the places like this, and you're going to use the queen flipping over as misdirection. So just like this. You're going to flip it over and slide them over, and then take the next bottom card and flip it over and leave it on the bottom. So now it looks like the card's sandwiched in the middle. The entire time, the 2 black queens beat the red queens to find 1 card, your signed King of Spades, which was the supposed prediction on the table since the beginning of the trick, which makes the trick pretty much impossible. So that's pretty much the trick, guys. So hopefully you guys like this card trick. Just a quick warning, I'm warning you guys that I might be away for a while because I am going to be starting school, so I might be a little bit busy, but I'm not sure how busy I will be, but I will definitely try my best to upload frequently. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon. So see you guys for my next video. Bye.